ice gone away to the storm. Displace the water in its path. Reveal the cannons.
Hey, sorry about that. Right off the bat, clearing my throat right in the microphone. How you like that stuff? Anyway, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in for this short. Again, did a live stream 2 nights in a row. Short, sweet, to the point. All right, folks. So, as some of you may be familiar with the topic that we recently defeated a school bond here in Owensville. And we found some interesting information on school finances that we would like to talk to the board about. So I recently filled out a form. I've actually filled out 2 forms and sent them to 2 different addresses, one to the admin building and one to the superintendent's office. And so basically, what happened is I got a call from the superintendent, and she said, you know, I want to meet because I had not yet gone through a chain of command of either speaking to the superintendent, a teacher, principal, whatever. Okay, so I hadn't done any of that, so I have to talk to the gatekeeper first before I get to talk to the school board. Now, folks, this is my opinion, okay, but I think it's a little ridiculous to expect. Okay, as a taxpayer or a parent, that I've had 2 kids go through that school district, all right? And I find it a little ridiculous that I have to go through this to speak to the school board. I would think that I could just ask to talk, tell them about what it is, and, you know, I'm not going there to be rude. I'm not going there to make some kind of indictment against all of them or name call or just be all in all generally, uncivil. I'm there to ask questions. I'm there to get information, but I'm having to go through this. So if you live in Owensville School District and there's something that comes up, be prepared that you will have to follow some kind of chain of command, that you will have to go in front of the school board. And again, I find that to be ridiculous. I find that to simply be a little unprofessional. Now, and I try not to take things personally, but it does feel as if sometimes they don't trust you, like they're not sure what you're going to say, and it's like, well, it pertains to school. I'm not showing up to again incite any type of drama or anything like that. I'm simply there to say, okay, ask questions. How's the school spending its money? These funds and these accounts, blah blah blah. How. Just a general, I want to get a better understanding of how the school operates, how it spends the money that all of us in this school district pay into with our property taxes. Property taxes that have increased lately, so the school's getting more money. I don't want to get off into I don't want to go off road here, okay? I want to stay on topic, but I'm just saying that it's a little odd that the school's asking for money when they're getting more money. Anyway. But I just want to say that, it is ridiculous what they make you go through in order to speak to your school board. And I would just about bet that most towns are getting like this, that you have to ask permission. This is not the way it used to be. Now, I know that sounds like something some old-timer would say, well, back in my day, you didn't have to do that. But it's true. You didn't have to do that. You could just speak to the school board. And I don't know what's happened. I don't know if this is COVID rules that they've kept afterwards. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you have to go through this rigmarole to speak to the school board, elected officials, and talk to them about how they spend money that comes out of your pocket every year in your personal property taxes and other things, property taxes in general. So it's irritating. I don't understand it. I want to understand. And so I am attempting to figure out a way to get this done so I can speak at the meeting on the 15th of this month. Is it going to happen? It may not now. By the time everything gets resolved, it may get pushed back a month. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's what my intent behind this video is really a couple things. One, why are the rules the way they are that you have to go through these things to speak in front of the school board? Also, I would like other people to ask this question, not just one of us. I would like other folks in the school district to say, yeah, it is odd that you have to go through all this to speak in front of the school board. Now, some people, it won't bother them. They just be like, oh, well, that's the way it is. But when you see the route that education is taken, and when you start digging into numbers and the financials, you start getting more concerned. And you want answers. You want to know the truth. You want to know why things are being done and the way they're being done with money, why they're going after $15 million in bond money. Or, there's a myriad of things. Some districts, I've heard of a district that has $10 million in debt. They just went and borrowed $10 million, and they have this $10 million of internal debt. Didn't ask the taxpayers. See, folks, that's the thing. Any of this stuff that happens, right? The school is not liable in the end. We are. As taxpayers, we're the ones who foot the bill for these bonds. Any internal debt, it comes from us. If the school doesn't pay it, nothing happens to those folks. Our taxes could go up. So as it relates to school finances and other things, yes, I have some things to address with the school board. I will simply make my case or make my statements and then allow, them time to answer so we can clear the air. But again, it's frustrating because she's like, well, you can meet with me from 7:30 to 4. This is what the superintendent told me. And I said, well, I work in Jeff City. I don't get home till 5. Well, then you have to do it by phone. It's one of those things where it's like, how many households where both parents don't work anymore? Normally, both parents are working. So I get it. The superintendent has a life outside of her job. But when you're in a household where both parents work, and if you're, in a town like this, a lot of people commute to work, it's not the easiest to just get off work to set up an appointment to go speak with the superintendent. And I have some documentation that I would like to present. And so, it's like I can't do that by phone. I've got to do this in person. So we're going to figure something out here. We want to get in touch with the superintendent. Somebody have a meeting with her, and so we can, hopefully speak in front, so that I can speak in front of the school board here in, next week, Monday, in fact, at the Gerald Elementary School is where that meeting will be held. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. I wanna understand why it's we have to go through all these steps to simply ask questions, and I find it a little silly, and I find it frustrating and I find it ridiculous. But I just want anybody. This could happen at any school district. So anybody that happens across this video, maybe this is something you need to find out in your school district as well. Do you have to go through these steps to, speak to your school board and ask them questions? Do you have to go through this rigmarole as well? So just, again, a short video. Please feel free to share this. I hope that people will ask questions of the superintendent or board members. Hey, why is it so difficult to get in front of this school board to ask questions on things pertinent to the our local school district? It could be about finances, it could be about curriculum, whatever. But why do you have to go through all this just to talk to them? Just a short video, folks. And to those of you who know, says we don't have to do anything to address the school board here in Bethany. I can just call any of them and get a personal question. Must be just your school district. Yeah, maybe all of them don't do that. But it seems like several of them do. And I don't know why that's the case, but apparently it is here, and I'd like to find out. And just to end the show, found out that SB 100, the gold and silver bill here in Missouri, has been assigned to the Financial Committee tomorrow. So, folks, continue. I did a live stream last night. Continue to call Dean Plocker and John Patterson's offices. Keep blowing up their phones. Keep loading up their voicemails. Get this thing so it can be voted on the Senate side again and passed to the governor's desk. We have, including tomorrow, we have 3 days left in the session. This is getting down to the wire. This is a little nerve-wracking, but we've got to get SB 100 done. We know the financial impacts that we could be feeling quite soon. Anyway, with that being said, I just wanted to add that in at the end. As Voodoo Queen posted that in the comments. Thank you, Voodoo Queen. And again, to all of you who watch these videos and leave comments and everything, I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be back again. I mean, depending on what we hear, if we hear something on SB 100, I will post an update on that. I ask you to continue your phone calls to Plocker and Patterson's offices to make sure they know this bill is important to the people in Missouri and that we want to get this to the governor by the end of session. So with that being said, if you don't see another video from me, I'll be back Friday night right here on the Missouri Liberty Report. Thanks, everybody.